being a Black woman, there's safety issues you have to think about. There could be racial issues you have to think about.
I'm here in Medellin, and I know all the girls want to know what's the process of living abroad, what it's like living abroad, especially as a Black woman. I have a special friend here. Her name is Royal, and I'm going to introduce y'all to her.
I guess you can call me an expat. I've been living in Colombia for about 8 years now. Also, I've decided to become an entrepreneur, and so I launched my company, Yup, She Travels.
Yup.
And it's basically a travel company that empowers Black women to get to know the world.
What's the biggest hesitance that you find Black women are concerned about when it comes to moving abroad, and specifically here in Colombia?
Being a Black woman, there's safety issues you have to think about. There could be racial issues you have to think about. And so I think the hesitancy is leaving your comfort zone to go to another place and not knowing if you're going to be welcomed or not. So I would say that is a really big risk for some people. But then once they start doing some research online, or they know somebody that knows somebody, they end up coming across Black women that have done it. And usually we're able to kind of help bring them in, introduce people to different groups like on Facebook, WhatsApp, and where you can get a lot of those questions answered about housing situations, about safety, etc. And I feel like now moving abroad is kind of coming a part of like the second great migration.
Yeah.
And so you've had stay out of Medellin. It is not safe. If you're buying pussy, if you're a passport bro, if you go down there with the idea to exploit, because you're a long way from home, things are different and you will get got. You might even die. But if you decide to come to Colombia because you want to partake in the culture, you want to solo travel, you want to learn Spanish, you want to really immerse yourself and be part of community, Colombia and Medellin in general will be just fine. The headlines right now might be saying another story, but those are really for people who are not, a lot of them are not really seeking to have the most kosher fun, not seeking to have the most church-friendly type of fun. And as somebody who's lived in Colombia for over 8 years and who travels solo around Colombia and lives in Medellin, I will say that you will have the best time of your life. It's easy to find a community there. It's more likely that you would maybe get pickpocketed than anything else, but you gotta move smart, just like you would move in any other city.
I want to tell a story, all right? True story. Very brief, very true story. Okay? I don't know, about 15 years or more. I'd say about 14, 15 years ago. I used to have this job, and while I was on this job, I was talking to this half Mexican, half Cuban girl. Okay, was just kind of, working in the early stages of some shit, right? In the early stages, right? So, it was pretty cool and everything. It was a very close knit community at that job. We were like a family, right? Like a family. We did things together. We went to parties. It was great. I didn't really feel any adversity, and if I did, I could talk to them directly like I would talk to a family member. And it was fucking great. My boss was a woman. She was from the Philippines and whatnot. She was my favorite boss of all time. Right? She was my favorite boss of all time. She didn't get in my way, and she was cool. She was badass, right? But this is not about her. Okay. Like I said before, I was talking to this very petite, half Mexican, half Cuban girl, right? And while I was doing that, while we were going through our little early stages of shit, the company hired this sister, right, who was somewhat older than me, probably a couple of years older than me, maybe 5 or 10 years older than me. She was of the big and tall variety. She was built like a half-liter carton of milk and shit, and she had these thick-ass glasses on. She had a big head. She had like a an updo kind of hair. I don't know. I think maybe it was real. Give her that credit. She was like kind of like the wide shoulders, narrow hips. Ass looked like chewed up bubblegum. Giant boobs. That's probably hang to her knees when she took her bra off. Just a big motherfucker. I was not rude to this woman. Okay, she's had a voice like Oprah Winfrey. I was not rude to this fucking woman. Okay, whatsoever. I was professional and cordial. And going about my job. And me and the girl that I was interested in used to take lunch together and, enjoy one another's company pretty much. We figured that out. And this big motherfucker, this big ass heifer, had the nerve to come in between us and say that I ain't getting that woman. Okay? She said, I ain't getting that woman. Okay? She didn't talk like that. But when she started sitting together, she came in front of both of us and said that I wasn't getting that. Okay? In no uncertain terms. Okay? And I got the feeling that she thought I should be with her. I was fucking irritated. I was annoyed. Right? I was pissed off. So I gave her the business. Right? I said something rude. I can't recall at this moment. I did say something rude. And the girl that was the apple of my eye her eyes went wide. And she demanded that I apologize to this woman who had come in between us and said this horrible, crass thing that you didn't think somebody that looked like her would say. Kind of like a Stacey Abrams type motherfucker. And Dr. Brittany Cooper minded motherfucker to say that. And I know she was interested in me and shit. I ignored her fucking ass. It's my right to do that, okay? As much as any woman has ever ignored a dude they wasn't into or anything. I played it off. I was oblivious to her overtures towards me. I was not interested in that. And I felt like she thought I should be with her because I was the only black guy that she saw there, okay? I felt like that was what she was thinking, that I should be with her. And I was so fucking angry that she would just blatantly say that. And then when the girl that I was actually talking to demanded that I apologize, I said, fuck both of them. Because, I'm the geek. Alright? I don't do that shit. And, it was very... I don't want to go any further into the story, but just the fact that I was expected to apologize to a gigantic, fat, shaved neck black woman and shit, with head and shoulders, like she ran football. I don't want to get into it. I just want to put that in perspective for what I'm going to say to this woman here. No matter where we go, what we do, all right? You do not own any of us, okay? You do not own any man. No man is your property. No man is earmarked for you. God has not delivered me or my brothers, my kings, to you. So you can pick one that you want to abuse and should use for whatever your prurient needs are and shit, okay? I've had it with you old, dried up broads, Now, I don't care how old you are and shit. I don't want to be with a woman like you. You need to find a guy that wants to be with a woman like you. How you do that? You plaster your fucking ugly mug on a dating app and then don't do shit. Alright? You look at that thing 2 times a month on the 1st and the 15th or the 15th and the 30th and see if you got any takers. And if you don't, then that means you need to do something about your situation and shit, okay? You need to make some changes, or you need to go apply more dating apps or wherever the fuck you need to go. They do have dating apps for the big and tall variety and shit. But you sisters, you're the bottom of the barrel and shit as far as being chose for like any kind of substantive relationship. You're practice girls, and that is your own fault through this fake feminism bullshit that you've taken and perverted and made it worse than it was. I'm just tired of seeing women that look like this, okay? No brothers looking for ugly, mannish looking chick and shit with a stank ass attitude, an opinionated, pseudo feminist and shit with a fucking wig on her head, running her mouth and shit, trying to sound like she's an expert on something when she's really crying on the inside and shit. It's not our job. It's our body, our choice, our fucking wallet, anything else. You don't control nothing but yourself. Right? And she's down here talking about, you know, guys on vacation and what they're doing with their money and their penis and shit. And she owns neither. None of you sisters own shit. You ain't running shit. You run your men out of the community. Even the men that you socially engineered to be into women that look like you don't want you. They'd rather be with a gigantic fat white woman, a gigantic fat Spanish woman and shit. And God forbid if they could find one, a gigantic fat Asian woman that's built just like you all three, but not you. Okay? Get tired of this. You don't worry about who's buying what pussy and shit. You take your fucking vacation. You do all the shit you want to do. And you worry about buying some pussy, I guess, you know. You look suspect. Alright? You can buy a lot of you hoes. And I'm getting fucking tired of this shit. I don't feel like making a video about this shit, but I know for a fact that black women had their ass over in other countries fucking, you know, dudes over there in shit, these countries and shit, and coming back with, you know, illegitimate children inside their bodies. They use to fuck up our community even further and put them ahead of us and shit. I'm just tired of it. Okay? I'm tired of this. Nobody want to be with your fucking ass, okay? Nobody want to be with an ugly chick, man. Ugly man built, badly built man bitch. With a stick up her ass on top of it. You know, somebody can't mind their own fucking business. Okay? That's why they have privacy fences around houses for people like you. You were the kind of motherfucker that looks at somebody's window and shit with a bowl of popcorn in your lap. Alright? You need to mind your own fucking business. Okay? You're an ugly motherfucker. Okay? That's my personal fucking opinion and shit. I'm not just talking about your ass. I'm talking about all of your sorority, whatever the fuck your fraternity, since you look like a nigga and you probably holding a rod down there. Yeah, you people cannot mind your own fucking business. You don't run nothing. You don't own nothing, okay? You don't do nothing. You don't put no money in my pocket. You don't put a roof over my fucking head, okay? If anything, you're taking those things away, which is why motherfuckers have a country to get away from your fucking ass shit, because you suck. Alright? Just admit it. Look in the mirror, man. You suck. You're lacking low value. You're not even average at best. Okay? And you need to mind your own fucking business, okay? But get your lips slapped off over there in the foreign countries, because they don't have no checks and balances like they do over here to make men bend the knee to your fucking ass. And I'm over here in this supposed country, and I ain't gonna bend the knee to your fucking ass. That is all.
The Black Patriarchy. A non-existent group of fictional black male power brokers not discredited, erroneously jailed or outright killed by the minority majority who look the other way as they work tirelessly to shame, oppress, and outright take out the altruistic black female populace of the honorable democratic United States of America. 3K's inset bitches. These evil wealthy members of the black patriarchy are the sole reason for all the ills of the black community, walking, talking, holding down jobs, and doing everything up to and including giving their very lives in service to their baby mamas and baby's motherfucking kids. Their motto that strikes fear into the hearts of black women everywhere: bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks.